Maybe I ought to go wash the dishes first. But maybe this afternoon would be better. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Join the Den Den Club. Do it now, do it now.
Mary Kay made us march around the room, and we had to sing, I'm a member of the Den Den Club. Do it now, do it now, do it now. I'm a member of the Den Den Club. Do it now, do it now, do it now. And that still rings in my head every single day. And that has magic in it. The Den Den Club is magical because I can't look back. My life is too painful. I can't look forward. The future's too scary. But I can be obedient in the present. And what that means is do it now. Follow up with that phone call now. Don't just go take a nap on the couch when I'm tired. Do what I need to do and then go take that nap. But Mary Kay's words ring in my head to this day, and I take action. And that daily discipline, if you do today what we...
Sorry, hotel internet buffering.
We hate buffering.
We were really on a roll. Fix it now, fix it now, fix it now. Yeah, not a whole lot I can do about that. Okay, well, do it now. That's the point. Woo! Woo! Woo-hoo! Do it now.
Do it now. Okay. Wow. Welcome to our official kickoff. Did everyone have a cupcake? Because it's a party. We are so excited about this session, all about the party. And so you're going to learn every aspect that you need to do. So we appreciate that you all here. I promise that you're going to have fun. We've got a lot of fun recognition that I want to talk about. But there was a lot of us that just got back from seminar. Raise your hand if you were at seminar. Woo! Colleen, what was your favorite takeaway from seminar?
I think one woman said if you have a product on your shelf, then you shouldn't be needing money.
Oh, very true.
So I don't know. It just the whole thing was just really overwhelming, but it was phenomenal. I loved it.
It was awesome. How about you, Rhonda? What did you take away? You took a lot away, I'm sure.
Honestly, the best part was just really being in the Ross area, having that national recognition. Pam she goes over, above and beyond for us, and we are so lucky. So I just felt incredibly fortunate to be there
Yes.
and share the stage with some great ladies.
Yes.
Pioneers.
Yes. And the Ross area, ladies, Pam Ross is just as good as it gets, and the Ross Retreat is our next event. So I want you all to commit to being at the Ross Retreat. You will not be sorry. But anyway, I would like Rhonda to come on up here because she finished her car this month. Woohoo! Michelle has a couple fun little things for you. I'm gonna.
She has been in the company since February, and she just finished her car. She's also in her second month of DIQ, so that's really exciting. So pretty soon she's going to be a director herself. And so I'm just so proud of you and so excited for you. And there's no better feeling than going to the dealership and getting those keys. And you will know that very soon. So we're super excited for your car party and just to kind of see you keep growing and exploding your business. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Done.
Ooh.
I get to open it. Yes, open it.
Sparkly. Open it.
This is for you guys too.
So I get it on Tuesday.
Yeah, right, we're all going for a ride. It's like a road trip. My team's awesome because they really came through. And they really just pulled it up. Right, ladies?
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Yes, I did. That's awesome. Yes. Thank
I want you to stay up here.
Okay.
Because we want somebody to come up and join Rhonda, who also is in her first month of DIQ, Kimmy Conrad. And finishing up her car this month. She's If you guys don't think this place is the place to be, this is, if you want your business to take you up the career path, this is where you need to be. And Deborah, didn't you have that picture last year when it was Ramika, Kate, Michelle? They're all directors now, ladies. So this is where you learn the steps to climb the career path. So really, I'm excited for you both. I can hardly wait to work with you both. Car party. Michelle just had her car party, so yay, Michelle! So we'll be having 2 more car parties.
And more.
Huh?
And more.
And more.
And more.
And more. So congratulations. Woohoo! Now, we're gonna do recognition for the directors on this square contest. Who is brand new and doesn't have a clue what this is? Is there anyone? Okay. Pay attention. You're gonna laugh. Oops, sorry, there you go. Everyone else knows what the square contest is, right? I didn't make all the copies for that because I figured the majority of you knew what it was. But your directors do this square contest every month too. And then we get recognition. Here's the director prizes up here. So, our top 3 directors for July, Paula, number 3.
And Paula, I think
Did I?
only number 1 gets a prize. Sorry.
You get standing. You get the stage recognition. Did you turn the recorder on?
I did.
Oh, thank goodness.
I did.
Because number 2.
Oh, you have to stay up there, Paula.
Stage recognition. Come on, you get to walk across stage, and I'm allowing you to stand here, so. Number 2, all the way from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Andrea Smith. She's our visible director standing here. But you're number 2, Andrea, so you don't get a prize either.
It's tough knocks, man.
But our number 1 director for July, Michelle Retchler.
You get a prize. You get a prize. You get a prize.
You get a prize.
You get a prize.
Okay, go Michelle.
We're so happy for her that she gets a prize. Yay.
So how all of you consultants, enough about us, what about you?
work harder.
And what do you think about us? So, all of you guys that turned in your square counts to your directors, if you did at least 10 squares, you're gonna get to pick a charm. If you don't have a charm bracelet yet, you get to get a bracelet and a charm. So when you hear your name, stand up and make your way back to pick out your charm. Because all of you did 10 squares, between 10 and 19 squares. So, Dawn Zanga, yay! Laura Davis, yay! Katie Curtis, yay! Maria Mosley, yay Maria! Julie Perez, Slotty! And Bethany Sasson. Congratulations, ladies. And those of you who I called your name and are not here, really? You're missing out.
A couple of them are video people.
Except for our video people, we will mail you yours.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, our next level is if you do 20 or more squares. If you do 20 or more squares, you get your charm / bracelet. and a prize off our prize table. And did y'all see that prize table? It's a pretty good prize table. Okay, so all of you guys had more than 20 squares. So I'm gonna start with Rhonda. You had the most. Okay, Rhonda. Shelly Maz. Are you here? I'm learning all the new names. Kimmy Charvet. Woo! Robin Basta Hines.
Woo, way to go, Robin.
Hey, Rhonda.
You hot tamale too?
Robin, sorry. I was gonna say, do we have two Robins? We don't. Robin, sorry, baby.
Is there a Rob?
Amber.
There's a Rob
Amber,
in the
how do you
room?
say your last name?
We got trouble with Rob's in the room.
Is Amber here? Linda Wagner. I know you're here. Katie Leonard.
Do you have a birthday?
Woo!
So you got a birthday?
Aslan Fanning.
Yay!
Woo! Debbie Barnhart.
All right,
And Kelly Johnson.
And then-
Yes,
Awesome.
Kelly. So girls, this is what's gonna keep your momentum going and keep you plugged in and moving up the career path. Are those squares?
I kept the letter, so you should have that, Linda. You really should.
Let me see, Linda.
My college is 90%.
That's a good thing. Okay, we'll just give you guys a couple more minutes. And then Rebecca, I'm gonna have you come on down. Where are you?
That's a whole set. You get the.
Oh,
Jamie.
how could I miss you in that red hat?
It's a traffic jam. I love it. We have so many
A
winners.
traffic jam is a great
It's a
thing.
little hot and heavy back here.
And you want this.
Look at her cute hat. A lot of us won this red roundup party. So Peak Boot Camp, I think you all know, is for your first 30 to 60 days, all your stuff. So I'm turning that over to you.
Well, all right. I get the pleasure of talking about Pink Boot Camp. So all the directors that have people, come on up.
I wanted that.
Now, before I go over all the prizes, I want to talk about Pink Boot Camp for 1 second.
see.
I have recently started to redo Pink Boot Camp. So although we give prizes to consultants that do it within the first 30 to 60 days, it's great as to go back and reference. Because I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. So some of you more mature consultants, it would be good for you to go back and revisit it. But we're all about the recognition here. So, first is the Astute Mary Kay calculator. Everyone wants to count up their money, so you want to earn this calculator because it will help you with your sales. The way you earn this calculator is by doing the Pink Boot Camp calls and videos. There are 5 of them in total. And I'm going to ask Miss Deborah Bailey if she has anyone.
I do.
All right.
Aslan, come on up.
And this is going to stand right there for right now. All right. We're going to call them all.
Okay.
Michelle.
Yes, Bethany and Kate.
All right.
And I have Natalie. Come on down.
However you want to do it.
Because I suspect some of them may be getting multiples.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
after you count up all that money, you're going to need something to hold that money in. The lovely money bag. And you earn this by doing all the silver wing segments. And let's see, Miss Deborah Bailey.
I do. From the cheap seats. And yes, I do. So, oh, where'd she go? There you are.
All right. Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Oh, Aslan won that money bag.
Money bag?
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome.
And Natalie did her money bag and her sparkly calculator.
Woo!
Yay!
And then some of you, we always challenge you to go and do 30 paces. That's going to earn you your Power Start pin that I'm invisibly holding. Do we have any superstars that earn the Power Start charm?
We do.
Well, all right.
That's it, Michelle. I love it. We're all in training for that. And there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know, Mary Kay asked one thing of us, to pass it on. And, of course, we have gifts for you, but you pass it on. If you have 3 people listen to the marketing call, you get these beautiful pearl earrings. But then, you do a little bit more, and you get the bracelet. But I know you all want to do 8, so you can earn this lovely, lovely watch. One more time. And do we have anyone?
Yes.
Michelle. Okay, we'll start with you.
Okay, yeah. Your earrings, your bracelet, and your watch.
Wow.
You get your earrings, your bracelet, and your watch.
Wow.
You win a car. You win a car. And Ashlyn did it all. She got her earrings, and you notice she's banking up the prizes. I know a couple of you down here are too. She got her bracelet and your watch too. We're just missing the necklace, but that's coming. I can feel it. Okay, way to go.
Well, all right. Lisa, do you have anyone with this one?
No.
Okay. And
No, with what? Oh, yes.
I did not mention what you get with the necklace.
Oh,
Yes.
say what we get with the necklace.
We get a pin enhancer saying you're a senior consultant. But then I know you want to just finish it all because you got to win all the gifts. And you want to earn this. But it will say your lovely name on it. So, do we have any winners of the roll-up bag that's initialized?
We do, and we're missing somebody. So Debbie, get up here. Go stand over there. All right, and we understand because, okay, here's, and Robin too.
Did you finish?
The head party. The only thing I didn't get was 8 marketing calls. I have 5 marketing calls.
Okay, here's what I have. Okay, we're all in training for something. Debbie, did you receive your calculator?
I got the calculator.
And you got your,
That's it.
and you only, because you stopped there. Okay.
I didn't stop.
No, you didn't. I didn't stop. Okay, now this is what happens when directors recruit, you know, everybody's spinning off, which is an exciting thing to have happen. So Debbie, you earned your money bag. And did you earn your earrings and everything else? Oh, we come prepared. And you two, and Robin, come up here, Robin, because I don't have you on this list either. But you know what? We're going to have to get you your prizes. So, you stand right there. You guys come forward just a little bit. Fabulous. You guys too. Don't be the cheap seat. Don't kick over the water. Thank you. All right. So now here's a Scooby. I am going. You're gonna have your calculator. Yes. Okay. Thank goodness. We always assume that we've never forgot. We might misplace. There's earrings, bracelet, and did you do the necklace too? Did you have? Okay, wait a minute. More than one necklace. Okay, you notice how we're working out the bugs later. Okay, so there's your necklace. Now, and did you get your money bag? Not yet, but did
You just gave me my money back right now.
No, your actual roll-up bag. Did you complete the whole thing?
Yes, I completed the whole thing.
And did you get your roll-up bag?
No.
Make note that we need her roll-up
Roll-up
bag.
bag.
And now Robin. And so, are we missing the watch?
Watch.
We're missing the watch.
Okay.
Watch and roll-up bag.
Watch
And then
and
for
roll-up
you, Missy,
I just.
you did. Okay, you did your calculator. You did your money bag. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of it. And then the earrings. Did you do your marketing calls?
I've got 5.
Okay, so we owe you the earrings and the bracelet. Well, we owe you the earrings. And did you do your 30 faces? Not yet. Or a couple shot. Okay, keep going on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, This is all gonna be So I think we're caught up except for we owe you, all those things that we owe you, the watch and the roll-up bag. We're honest.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Well, all right, ladies, thank you for coming up here.
Okay, oh, wait a minute. With all the distractions, we do have a roll-up winner right here at this MKA. Are you so excited? And her name is Aslan! Okay. Look at me, I'm so cute.
You just dropped on your knees.
There you go.
We're gonna perfect this next one.
We had a couple months off. They've had a couple months off. We have to retrain them.
You too can be a top Mary Kay.
All right, y'all having fun yet? Okay, now our next thing, the beauty that counts. Remember those special lipsticks? Can y'all hear me? The lipsticks that Mary Kay had that were limited edition, where they were donating money to the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation. So anybody that ordered 15 or more lipsticks got their name in a drawing, a Coach purse, or not a Coach purse, just a fun purse drawing. So raise your hand if you had 15 or more, because your name is in here. And I'm gonna draw them. We're gonna draw 5 of them. Wow. Woo-hoo. Okay. Kelly Johnson! Oh yeah, from those 5 persons that are up there? Is there 5? Yeah, I think there's 5. Yep, they're on. And I hope you love them, because me and Deborah picked them out. Oh, I totally. Okay. Our next winner, Brenda Gentek.
Come on, Kelly.
Hurry up, y'all.
I think I have to be a
Go green, go green.
Oh, stop it.
Go green. Okay, Kelly, stay there. Kelly.
See
there.
No, there's not. There's only these 5. What? There's a person at the table?
No. Names. She was throwing the
That's my part.
I request a bigger bag next time.
1.
Okay, Linda Wagner.
The photographer's back here.
We had her time. So.
Run.
Let's see how long to take. Oh, I need a huge thing.
Hey, Linda, stay there. Oh, turn to me. Linda, stay. Oh. Stay. Turn. Move on.
Okay.
Kimmy Condra.
Ooh. Wait, quick.
Nicole, I swear your name's in there.
It's all about Deborah.
Oh my gosh.
It was stuck to the back of that one.
That's the problem, was not operator error.
No.
Rhonda Huber!
Turn. Here we go. 1. All right, good.
Okay, all purse winners go to the back so we can take a picture of all.
Well, I want to do one more thing.
Oh,
there you go.
yes. Okay.
Because there were 7 of you ladies that ordered 50 or more. And so that just makes such an impact to the foundation, to Mary Kay's Foundation. And so we called that, you guys kind of did the and then some. And so we have a little gift for you if you did 50 or more. And can I say how many they did?
Absolutely.
Okay. Brenda Gentek, 50, baby. Now Michelle Alday also did 50, but I don't think she's here. So we can clap for her, but she's not here. Michelle. Kelly Johnson did 60. Should we have them stay up here for a picture?
Sure, yes,
Okay, come back, Brenda.
absolutely.
Stand right here.
Absolutely.
Val Nelson did 60, yay! Nicole Moran did 60, yay! Girls are just awesome. Moving up that ladder, Kimmy Condros did 105. to 250. And our queen, who has been our queen of sales for how many years now, Linda Wagner. So how about a picture, but I don't want to be in it.
I'm here. Look at Katie. All right, 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Okay. Now, if you want a purse, I think, are we taking a picture in the back?
All purse winners in the back.
Whoa!
No, no. We're doing a picture. All purse winners. All purse winners. Purse winners right here. Is that the power? Oh, good song.
Oh, yes.
Kelly, scooch in. Okay, get your purse up there. Ready? Higher.
Hey, we need prize winners.
We need prize winners. Is that me?
Help me. I'm sweating.
Okay.
I forgot the finishing spray. Prize patrol. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hey. This card in here.
I know my boys are very for Mike Black.
There we go.
Yeah. My husband loves this. He thinks we're crazy.
Julie Lewis. Anything. Hey, must be present to win. Let's do another.
Yeah.
Linda Wagner. The power of the flavor.
That's right. Is the Pink Force with you?
Huh?
The Pink Force is with you?
Yes. Who got the pink force?
Hilarious.
Okay.
Follow that, Kate.
Yeah.
All right. I am here with your mini commercial. Okay? So we're going to talk about the peel. How many have no idea what I say when I say the peel? Do you have any idea what I'm... That's good. That's good that you don't know, because that's good, because then I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting my breath. Okay, so the peel that we have is a brand new, radiant, revealing radiance facial peel. Ooh! Thank you. That was a little worse. Okay, and this is really awesome. And if you went to seminar, you got one for free. So we have already been, those of us that have gone to seminar have already been using it. It's fabulous.
Oh, it is.
Now, my child got his tonsils out, so I look a little dragged, but next time you see me, I will be a radiant thing of light. But this is really an awesome thing. What this is, the tagline for this is, it's twice a week, 10 minutes each time, no downtime. So when you hear of a glycolic acid chemical peel, do things like rainbows and butterflies fly into your head? Or like burning? That's what I thought. So glycolic acid is in this, and what's so great about the glycolic acid is that it actually penetrates, it's very soluble in water, it penetrates down, and it takes care of any dead skin that's kind of like bound on your face. And so it's taking off that dead skin off of your face, okay? And then going into more layers too. So this is actually a supersonic microdermabrasion. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a example, if you will. And if you went to seminar, you saw this. But a couple of ideas for you on how to sell this. First of all, if you were a PCP, that you signed your customers up for the lookbook, or you were a star last year, if you're a star last year, no, last quarter. You could order this by August 10th. Everybody else can order it Monday, I think. Monday or Tuesday? It's the 15th. Tuesday. The 16th. So you're going to want to get at least two, one for you to try and one to put in your bags, because everyone who has tried this has bought one, okay? Now it retails for $65, which feels like a lot. However, this is going to last you a really long time because you only do it twice a week. And there's just a little dab will do ya, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to call all your VoluFirm customers and tell them that you have a new supplement to their system that they're gonna love. And then what you want to do is at any party, like a put your face to bed party, you're going to want to try this out because this definitely, you want to feel it to buy it. I think people really need to feel it. So what I have been doing is I posted it on my Facebook page and on some of my, talked to my customers and I said I have this new peel. Well, I don't, Mary Kay does. And if you try this new peel, if you bring 2 friends with you, you'll get a peel for free. So you can try the treatment, and it is a nice treatment. You know, you can ooh la la, and, you know, give them a warm towel and everything else. But they leave it on for 10 minutes after cleansing, wipe it off, and then you can put on your moisturizer. And I've had people saying, sure, I'll do parties for you because they want to get this peel for free. So that's just a little idea. But let me show you a couple of things here. This is my cantaloupe. At Seminary, they had 3. I'm not that rich. No, I'm just kidding. No one in my family likes cantaloupe, so that was part of the problem. Okay, I like it though. All right, so if you're wondering, because we've got a couple of different ways in which we do exfoliation, right? Now, of course, our 3-in-1 cleanser has little exfoliating beads in it, right? And we have the supersonic brush, okay? This is bringing you back to your morning shower a little bit? Okay. Where if you were taking this, if you're putting the cleanser on this, and you're going over a cantaloupe, this gives you a very surfacey exfoliation. So your pores are like little V's, okay? And in your little V's here, you want to scoop in and get that dead skin. These little moving bristles is going to do that for you. They're going to scoop in there and your face is going to feel great. And it's very, very gentle. You can use it morning and night, okay? So for this, that gives you kind of like a soft, gentle exfoliation, okay? Now, let's say you have the microdermabrasion. How many people love the microdermabrasion? Ooh. You can still use your microdermabrasion. You are not going to do the peel and the microdermabrasion on the same day because your face would fall off. You can't sell products with no face. But let's say your microdermabrasion is like this grater, okay? And it's giving you a little bit more of a grate on the cantaloupe, okay? So you're getting deeper, right? You're getting into a little stronger of those dead skin cells, all right? And you want to get that up. So you still can use your microdermabrasion. But then you come in with this peel, and it's like peeling the cantaloupe. It's taking that dead skin right off. Isn't that amazing? Are you amazed? So it's taking the dead skin right off. So it's definitely, the microdermabrasion is a little bit more on the surface, but then the peel gets way down deep, and it brings this newer skin up front. So if you were to use, if people ask you how to use the peel and the microdermabrasion, you can tell them to alternate it. Okay, so what this does is it just kind of loosens all the dead skin. It loosens the bonds that held the dead skin and helps wash it all off. So 2 times a week, 10 minutes a time, no downtime. Make sense? Sorry, I've messed up the table. And that's all.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So with microdermabrasion, there is the moisturizer that comes with it.
Yes.
The refine. So
Yeah.
but for the peel, because it's seems like a little bit more intense, what do you suggest? Should we just use the regular moisturizer?
Yes. Just go ahead and put your moisturizer on it because you're not going to need that refine and calm down because it's a gentle peel. It doesn't have grit in it, but it's got that chemical glycolic acid that's breaking it apart. Does that make sense?
Hold your camera.
Oh.
That's awesome. Doesn't that help, the visual?
Yeah.
That because at first I thought, well, maybe we don't even need those other things. Well, we do, because they're all different purposes, and you don't obviously use the peel every day. So that was awesome. So this whole session of MKA is all about Party on the Move. And so those of you who were here in July, we talked about kind of setting up for the party, all the behind the scenes type of stuff. Today is all about actually having the party and the components that go along with the party. And so how many of you were at Career Conference this last year and saw the Kathy Halou video, and she talked about the power of the kitchen table? Well, I will tell you, that really impacted me, and I've been thinking about that all the time, because I kind of like the kitchen table. So we have our little set here, and I want you guys just to toss out real quickly, when you think about the kitchen table or the dining room table, what kinds of things come to mind? Food. Fellowship, conversation. Family. Cats, okay. Sure. Anything else? I think it's really important to think about
where we have our parties, because really it's a gathering of people, right? It's all about bringing women together. Hopefully it's fun, there's laughter. Sometimes it might be really crazy depending on how many people are there. Sometimes it can be crazy with one person, right? I mean, it's just kind of like a circus sometimes. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. And other times there's some real like self-discovery that kind of happens at the kitchen table. And so I want to show you guys just a little quick video that I think kind of goes along with this theme. I'm sure some of you have seen this movie. Hopefully we won't have any buffering issues. Really? I need those lights back on.
Okay. If you go in the corner, yeah.
Come and get it, y'all.
Yeah, baby.
Let's eat. Come on. Grandma turkey. Everyone thank your mother for driving to the store and getting this.
Thank you, Mama.
In football.
Get all you want.
Come on.
I exited already. Okay, sorry.
You're doing great, Julie. Come and get it, y'all.
Yeah, baby.
Let's eat. Come on. Grandma turkey. Everyone thank your mother for driving to the store and getting this.
Thank you, Mama.
In football.
Get all you want.
Come on. Hustle. You gotta get back on.
Oh, yeah.
Don't take my spot.
Rush, Esther. Esther,
Go through.
sit down. No.
This is fantastic.
Oh, y'all, I forgot the potato salad. How's Ole Miss doing?
They're kicking butt.
One wide receiver, left Romans, one corner, number 30 out. Press coverage out.
Sean, salad.
Great, Ron.
Get him, Mama.
Nice little surge, but not much running inside.
Come on.
Rebels got third and long.
Birdsong and Maloney on the tackle. Almost 5 of 10 on third down. From the 26, third down and 6 for the rest.
You want to be free?
Whoa. But it's Thanksgiving. Wow.
Why are we in a wish?
Why are we in here?
Shall we say grace? Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the many blessings on this family. We thank you for bringing us a new friend. And we ask that you look after us on this holiday season, that we may never forget how very fortunate we are. Amen.
Amen.
Lights?
So how many of you have seen that movie? Isn't it just so powerful? I was tearing up as I was like writing it in, because there is something powerful, right, about the kitchen table. And I can remember one of my most powerful moments where I was literally in my first few months of being a consultant. I will never forget it. I had a girl over to my table for a little facial. She was a teacher with me. Her name's Megan. And I literally was still just kind of practicing, the procedure, all the steps and everything. And we're just sitting there, and we're in our jeans. It was after school on a Friday afternoon, I think. And she's telling me all about all the dermatologists she'd been to and all the different treatments she's tried and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I don't see it. I mean, she had beautiful skin. And she literally was like looking in the mirror, and she's like pointing out all these blemishes, and I said, well, Megan, just show me where they are. And she's asking for concealer. She's like, I need to cover them all up with concealer. What do you have for concealer? And I said, well, point to where you would put it, because I just don't see it. And I'd known her for a long time, and it was just kind of this moment where I knew I don't ever want to sell somebody something they don't need. Because that's going to mess up with our integrity, and that's going to mess up with our loyalty with customers, right? This is obviously about relationship. And so she was looking in the mirror, and she starts to like try to find where she would point to where it would go. And it was just this really neat moment for us in this self-discovery of realizing, and she said, well, maybe I don't really need it anymore. I'm like, I don't think you need it, you know? And so sometimes we have those moments, and sometimes it can be crazy. But sometimes there can be these moments of real self-discovery. And so I just challenge you, you know, as we go throughout the rest of today and just in your business, that you really think about the power of this table, because it really is a place where relationships are born. And some of you even in the room probably didn't know each other until you met at a kitchen table. And now you are really good friends, and now you're doing life together. And so I just think that there's a really powerful time when you're at the kitchen table. So think about that. It's not just about needing a space to put all of our stuff, but it really is about that space that creates a relationship. So that's really the point of what we do, right? So with that, we're going to have just a quick break. The Reds and those of you who did the 20 squares or more are going to be dismissed to the other room for a breakout session, and then we'll continue on with our training. So we're going to go ahead and jump in to our training.
I gotta stop shaking.
So again, when we think about the party, I just thought I was finding some other fun pictures that sometimes I think we might feel like this. How many of you have seen this Friends episode? This was like anger at the kitchen table, right? This was like bitterness and all this stuff from the past that came up. It's a really funny episode actually, but the kitchen table was not such a nice place at this moment. And you know, The Incredibles movie from a long time ago, sometimes as parents, we might feel like that. You're trying to like, you know, really handle the crowd, right? But really, when we think about, you know, oh, we did skip it, that was the movie. Thank you. But this is kind of what we want, right? We kind of desire this like happy, harmonious place, right? And hopefully we want that for our guests too. You know, so everything really kind of coming back to what we talked about in July was really having all that stuff really organized beforehand, so that you do have this kind of harmonious, you know, experience, right? So we know where our stuff is. We have everything set up, our mirrors and our trays and our handouts and our visuals. We have it all set. So today, go ahead, Monica. We're really I just want to recap real quickly. Oh, here's kind of some pictures. Don't you love Facebook? I can. This was actually a multi-masking party that I had done with my consultants and some of our guests. So that's kind of fun, and it was fun to literally cram tons of people around the table. You don't have to have a lot of space. Sometimes I think we get hung up on, I don't have a nice table, or I don't have a big enough table, or I don't have a big enough space. It doesn't matter, right? Or this party over here, they're around a coffee table sitting on the floor. Who cares, right? Because again, it is a space, and it's about those relationships. So don't get hung up on the space. Okay, don't get hung up on those logistics. And so, okay, so to kind of recap, the first part, you know, one of the first reasons that we're at the party, besides the relationships, obviously we are in the selling business, okay? So we are really all about selling the products. Go ahead, Monica. A couple different quotes from Mary Kay. Nothing happens until somebody sells something. This is the foundation of our business, to sell product. And it is honorable to sell just like it is to buy. No one in this room, none of us would have clothes on if someone had not sold you something. Kind of glad they did. We all would have walked here if somebody had not sold us something. Again, glad we have vehicles, right? Food, right? If Lisa had not bought the cupcakes or the coffee, we wouldn't have these wonderful treats. So I think sometimes again we feel, I don't want to make them feel obligated, and I don't want to pressure my friends, and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? They're going to go buy from Walmart or Macy's anyway. So why not actually, in a sense, be that entrepreneur who is making money in a very honorable way while building relationships, right? Because Macy's actually doesn't know your name, and they don't really care if you come back, right? Target doesn't either, CVS doesn't. So remember that. Mary Kay said those quotes, that it really is honorable. And then I just wanted to recap very quickly. Again, we talked a lot about this at the last session, and I know a lot of you know this. But in your handouts is a copy of the roll-up bag sheet. Just to recap, please, please, please use this at every single selling appointment, even if it's with one person. Because sometimes when you just hand out the catalog or the receipt, the plain receipt, it's really overwhelming, and then they're going to get caught up on eyeshadow color. Okay? Again, our foundation of our business is really skincare. And at the end, you might I've sometimes even skipped boxes that we don't talk about. You know, I might say, you know, tonight was just a put your face to bed party, so we're not going to talk about number 7 or 8 because we didn't really do those tonight. And, you know, so you just kind of skip over them. You don't feel like you have to have every single box memorized or mastered. You really can just pinpoint the ones that you talked about at that appointment. But again, it's a great way just to hone in on what did you talk about that day, and then it gives you room to go for your next appointment. Because you can say, well, you know, we didn't talk about foundation today, or we didn't do eye color, but we're going to do that at your follow-up appointment, okay? So it really gives you a nice, you know, kind of scales down the overwhelming catalog sometimes, and gives you a place to recap what you did. I will tell you, you're going to sell more by using this sheet of paper than by handing out a catalog and a plain receipt. So you've got to get in the habit of using this. Now, if it's like a holiday open house or something, I don't use this. This is obviously just meant to be a kind of a sit-down appointment, even in with one person or a party, okay? It could be tailor-made. We've got your directors can send you all different kinds of roll-up bag sheets with like spa parties or glamour parties. We have other ones we can send out, but it's really a great way just to kind of, you know, make everything succinct, okay? Question? Yes.
So these are just pre-made, right? Or can you go, did you say last time we could make these ourselves?
You can make these roll-up bag sheets on InTouch. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
But there's some that are done already, so we don't have to repeat, right? Like this one.
Right, like this one, we did it because we added number 6, like the Revealing Radiance facial peel. We also combined like 4A and 4B. Those used to be in separate boxes. So, I mean, the directors put this together for you guys as a PDF, yeah. And again, we'll send all this out. I mean, most of you should have this with your, you know, with your new consultant training. If you don't, we'll definitely give it to you. Any other questions about that? Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick recap with that. Kate's going to come up and talk about kind of booking from your party. How do you get those continuing appointments? Okay? All right. Awesome.
Okay, taking a long way around.
That's tight with the computer desk.
All right. Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit about booking. So just as it is so important to use your closing sheet, I am here to beg you to do an individual close. So if you read some of your information that you get in your starter kits, there is like kind of a preview of the skincare class. And there's something called the table close, which we talked about. That's when you use the sheet and you talk amongst the table. And then there's the individual close, which if you were here last month, Julie and I did a little role playing with that. Why that is so important, what I have found for my business, is that first of all, people don't like to talk about money, and they shouldn't have to talk about money. They can say to you, you know, I really, can you tell me which one would be better because I can't afford to buy both? But maybe they don't want to say that to their girlfriends. Also, how many of you have been to a party where the girlfriend has talked the other girlfriend out of buying a whole bunch of stuff because she's like, you're going to call me, and you're going to complain that you spent all this money. That happened to me once. I just know, I'm sorry, Kate, but she's going to call me in the morning and complain about everything she bought, so I think she should just, you know, and they walk out with an eyeliner, right? So it's really important to do an individual close because then you also get to do kind of a consultation. And maybe they have questions about the peel that you just did. Maybe they didn't fully understand how to use the microdermabrasion. Maybe they don't understand the difference really between the day solution and the moisturizer, and this gives you an opportunity to address all of that, okay? Now, how would you like it if you never had to go cold call people again? That every party you walk away from, you have 2 or more bookings on your books. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Woo! All right. How many of you have like a snow blizzard in your date book because there are no bookings there? I have done that more times than I care to count. And then you start all over again. You're like, oh. You know, so it's great because you can be all booked up and then you do all these parties and then you have nothing again. And so you have to start all over again. Let's get all booked up. And then have parties you can't do. We're going to talk a little bit about booking from your bookings because it's really important. You can do it, and it's much easier than starting from scratch every single time. It just is. This is an affirmation. I'm big on affirmations because it's powerful thinking, and it's kind of taking away anything that could do it. Because some people don't like to book. And when I was first starting, I was nervous to book, but now it kind of comes naturally. So it is something that you have to do with practice. But a lot of people, it was always like, oh, would you please maybe just have someone and you can try a lipstick? No, right? Okay, so this is a powerful affirmation. So you're going to repeat after me with the same inflection, my friends, the same inflection. I love to book.
I love to book.
I am the best booker around.
I am the best booker around.
My business is always hopping because I have so many activities on my books.
My business is always hopping because I have so many activities on my books.
People love to book with me.
People love to
Thank
book
you.
with
I
me.
appreciate you working on the love. Thank you. Because they want to be in my space.
Because they want to be in my space.
I will soon be, and
I
then
will
you,
soon be.
that's good, and then you fill in the blank. Car driver, DIQ, red jacket, book to the hilt, whatever it is, whatever your goal is. I will soon be,
I will.
right? Okay, I will soon be a pink Cadillac driving senior sales director. Or I will soon be a national sales director, and I don't care if you've only been in the company 1 month. If you want to be a national sales director, you put it in there. Okay? So, before you go in to any individual, you're saying in your head, I love to book. People love to book with me because I am fabulous in every way. Okay? And people do love to book with you. Now, here's a couple things to do within the party that's going to help kind of prime the pump, if you will, for it. The first one is make sure to make a big deal about your hostess. Okay? Whatever your hostess program is, make sure you make a big deal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Denise, for having these friends here today. I know that your time is precious. And I know that, maybe you had to reach a little bit to have people here, but these people obviously love to be in your space, and thank you so much for trusting me to be in their space as well. We're gonna have so much fun tonight. Let's just give Denise a big round of applause, the hostess with the mostess, or whatever. And then I usually give them a small little gift, and it can be a mini eye makeup remover, from our little mini section. It can be, sometimes what I like to do is I like to give them a little hint of the brand new products that we have, so maybe a new nail polish that they have. Something like that, something small. Just thank you so much for doing that, blah, blah, blah. And you're just, all through the party, you're gonna make a big deal about her, as well as share what your booking thing was. So for me, with the peel, for instance, I said I've been asking people, if you have 2 or more guests, no matter what the sales, you'll get a peel for free, because I really believe that the sales are my job, not my hostess's job, right? Her job is to get the people there. So if you have 2 or 3 friends that you want to do this with, no matter if they buy anything, if they buy 1 eyeshadow, if they buy $1,000 worth, wouldn't that just be nice? Walk out of the $1,000 worth party. You're going to get this peel for free. And so when you try it, you're going to all want it. I know you are. So all you need to do is invite 2 little friends. So you're going to keep talking like that kind of stuff about how cool the hostess is. Also, what we've talked about as far as the classes, you want to say at least 6 to 7 times, talk about the second appointment, right? Because at the first appointment, especially if you're introducing the peel, I would not go as far as doing a smoky eye look, because first of all, you're going to be there the rest of your life. And second of all, they're going to get way too confused. Like we're talking about glycolic acid, and now we're talking about how to make, my eye accent more, and now, well, what about this mascara as opposed to this mascara? It's too much. It's too much. And I always had a hard time, doing the skincare and then sending them on their way, because I was like, well, they're not done. And I'm a color girl. They're not done. End with foundation. And then say, at your second appointment is when we're going to do glamour. And you set them up with that at the very beginning. This is a skincare appointment, and then at our second appointment, you're going to get glamour. Second appointment, you're going to get glamour. And I'm going to see you again, and you're going to have some glamour. Well, when we're together again, we're going to try that sweet plum eyeshadow, and you're going to love it. Okay, so you keep saying that. So then when they sit down with you at the individual appointment, you're like, hey, so we need to set up your second appointment. What if you had 2 friends? How about that? Okay? Another big thing is have whatever hostess program you use, make sure you have it at the party to pass out at the individual close. Even if they say no, say, well, just take this little flyer and make it a flyer. You don't need to make it like a booklet. Make it a flyer of whatever your top program is. There's a lot out there. There are some through Mary Kay. I do one called the Shot at 100. Now I've been in for longer. But what I do is there are 4 ways that they can get $25 to use in product. The first one is S, if they have 6 or more people. Then the second one is H, if they hold it on the original date. Now this is going to help you from having to rebook and rebook. Plus it gives them $25 really simply. They just have to hold it on the date that they say they're going to do it. O is if they have orders totaling however much. And T is 2 or more bookings at their class. And you can say, so this is what your hostess is working on right now. And when you do your second appointment, you can get $100 in free product. And you know what most women buy when they get $100 in free product? The Miracle Set. And that is consumable. And they buy more. Instead of buying 20 eyeshadows, is what I would have died. But that just kind of puts that in there for you. So make sure you're mentioning that appointment all the time. And I use phrases like this at the individual close. We're getting together anyway, so why not do it with a couple girlfriends? Get your peel for free. Get your $100 for free. We're doing it anyway, type of thing. And then make sure you're not booking 6 weeks out. Try to stick within those 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks type of thing. Because then you can say too, well, we're going to be checking in with your second facial anyway, and then we'll see, how that peel is feeling. Because, it is a different kind of thing. And it doesn't hurt to ask. She could say no, and that's okay. But you need to ask everybody, because some people will say yes. And then you'll have, even if you walk out with 1 booking on your books, it's just going to be like, Does that make sense? Questions? Anything? All right, thank you very much.
What does O stand for?
O is orders. So orders totaling, whatever your sales are.
Either one, I
Closer
think
to
is
the
fine.
table. Yeah, closer.
They don't
I
have
just
to
checked
see.
the camera.
They don't have to see.
They don't have to.
All right, I am the follow-up act to Kate. And I'm going to continue to talk about referrals. As she mentioned, the simplest way to keep building your business is by building your leads. For a lot of times when we're new, we always start with our friends and family. Here's the thing to remember. Every one person you know knows at least 3 people you don't know. When we start our business, sure, we do friends and family, and that's great. But after we practice, how do we continue to get them? One way is referrals from your class. You should never leave a class without asking for referrals. We have plenty of games that you could do, referral games. One is Beauty That Counts. One is the Deserted Island game. And the one I'm going to do today is the Fabulous game. I do have to come over here, sorry. Now, normally on my table, you will see this nice container, along with a couple of other little smaller bags. And, I keep, I may even walk up and say, don't you want to know what's in here? I know you want to know what's in here, to build that excitement. And then normally after, it depends on how my class is going, but it's normally after when we do the lip mask. This is after they have looked at each other and said, oh, you look really cute. Oh, I see that you're lifted. Or, oh, it looks great. And because we all like compliments. So I always start with, and I wrote it down instead of winging it. I actually taped myself so y'all can know exactly what I say. Julie would be very proud of me. I said, oh, you all look so great. Are you having fun? And I always shake my head. Are you ready to win this fabulous gift? First, let me ask you a question. When you were driving here, did you see that billboard with my beautiful face on it saying, come get pampered with me? And they all kind of look like, what is she talking about? I didn't see that billboard. And I'm like, exactly. Because that's not a way that Mary Kay advertises. You may not realize this, but you, and I take the time and I look at each of them and say, you are the best way for me to get, you are the best way to advertise my business. So, we're going to play a game. If you're having fun with me and you can honor me to pass this fun gift on by gifting your fabulous family and friends to a relaxing pampering session. So I take the word referral out and I say honor instead. It just kind of sounds a little better. Now, they have to be your fun friends. They cannot be your Debbie Downer friends, and I kind of make a frowny face. And trust me, I will not hound your friends. I promise not to become the scary K consultant. I will only be sending one call and one text. So, take out your phones because you're going to want to make sure that you win this gift. Oh, each of you have the sheets. I normally have the sheet up here. Sorry, I bring the sheet up here. It's a fabulous sheet up there. And I tell them because, yes, thank you, my dear. No worries. As you can see, this has 20 names on it. So I always like to give people gifts for just even giving me a couple. They may not win this big fabulous gift, but they can win one of the other gifts. And at my shows, I do what's called the ticket game. So I tell them, for every 5 names you get, you would get a ticket. But only the first one that lists all 20 names wins this fabulous gift. Now, you only get 5 minutes, and that's enough time for our lip mask to set. So be sure to think about someone that's really close to you. Think of someone who needs a pampering session. We all have our girlfriends that need a little bit of pampering. Maybe she's just had a baby, maybe she's just having a bad day, but someone that's fun. Think of someone you know who likes to try something new, or who likes to try makeup. Or think about someone who just needs a little bit of money, or someone who would just like to have fun with me. All right, on your mark, get set, go. And then while they're doing the 5 minutes, I try to clean up the table so it takes less time at the end. All right. And that's all for me. Any questions?
What's in your goodie bag?
Oh yeah, what's in it?
Oh. I normally put something that they would not normally think to buy. So a lot of times I put the extra emollient night cream, and I sell a lot of it because of that. So I think it's something that's a little different.
Thank you. Cool.
All right, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so after that, I know it can kind of feel like you've done a lot of things at your party. How many of you feel like there's too many components? Okay, just me. Okay, 2 of us. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys. Sometimes, cause I know it feels like a lot, right? You're doing the skincare and then you don't want them, I mean, sometimes I even have a hard time not doing any glamour. Do you feel like, okay, they need to have a little mascara, a little lip gloss maybe, you know? Because you don't want to withhold everything, but like Kate said, you do not want to do everything. That's just way too much. And then you're doing the referrals, and then we want to talk about marketing calls, right? And so something that I do at my party, again, it kind of looks cute and it reminds me, anything visually that can remind me what to do is always good, right? Because otherwise then you feel like, oh my gosh, I forgot, you know? I used to have the little marketing call slips in my stack of papers, and then I would forget. I'm like, oh, crap, you know, whatever. Ooh, I didn't say that in the video. And so, you know, you just feel like, oh, I missed that. So what I started doing is just having this little cup sitting on my table, because then it would visually remind me. I've also had people actually ask, oh, well, what's that? Because it looks cute, right? What's your cup? So I just found this cute little, it's just a plastic little cup or whatever. I mean, you could do anything you want. And so what I do is I have it in here in our little slips. Mine are called Listen for a Lip Gloss. And be entered into a drawing for $100 in free Mary Kay products. I know some directors do $150. All of us have a little bit different slips, and you have a copy of this in your papers. But it was just kind of as a reference, because I know a lot of, again, your director is probably going to send you one with her name on it and her email on it. But you can just kind of look at it as a reference. And sometimes I hate using color ink, so I will just print these on color paper. That's a little money saving tip that's not in the notes there. I don't always use color ink. Save it. So it has the little directions on here, and I just put on there, call in the next 48 hours, just because after 48 hours they're going to forget. Even though I tell them, you know what, Monica, don't worry, it's pre-recorded, you don't have to talk to anyone, no one's going to ask your name, you put it on silent, you multitask your way through it, it's really fun, and it really isn't how you talk about it. Because I know sometimes we feel like, okay, I've asked all these people and maybe they called in and they were like a 1. Well, think about yourself. How are you asking? Is it making, okay, Monica, I have this really stupid contest I have to do. I'm trying to, you know, I know you're not going to want to do Mary Kay. You don't even have to listen. Put it on and leave the room. I'm serious. Of course they're going to be a 0 or a 1. But you're like, I mean, most people are not going to be that if they really were listening, right? So, but then you could say something like this. Oh my gosh, Colleen, I'm in this contest. I'm going to win this really fun jewelry. Can you help me? And for helping me, you are actually going to get to take home right now something out of my little cup. Pick it right now. They feel more obligated if they go home with the gift. Okay? And versus, okay, I'm going to follow up with you and then you tell me what your favorite color is, and then I've got to get you the gift, and then it's more time, more remembering for you, which I've just found when I give them the gift right away, they call in a lot sooner. I also tell them, you know what, just call in on your way home today. Put it on the car, put it, speakerphone. You're driving anyway, right? You should not be talking or texting, so just put it on the phone and listen while you're driving home. And a lot of women will do that. And sometimes I put little hand creams in here because it's significant, because not everybody wants a lip gloss, so you can put in here anything you want. I know some ladies do a treasure box. Again, they might do all different kinds of PCP, maybe the little mini eye makeup removers are fun, but they're $2, right? So a lot cheaper. But again, it's substantial versus, just a little lip gloss sample. So you do want it to be a nice little gift for them. I have put in here, discontinued lip glosses from Christmas. You can kind of break those things up if you've got those on your shelf. Or the little extra emollient cream samples are also really great because they're less expensive, but again, it feels substantial. So I just have, a few different items in there. Now I will tell you from experience, you want to make sure whatever color lip glosses are in here are not the ones that they just put on their roll-up bake sheet, because then you're going to lose a sale. I've done that from experience. I forgot that I had the same colors that they wanted, like a Fancy Nancy. Well, if it's in here for free, right? Of course they should take the one that's for free. So just make sure you have different colors. Okay, just a little tip there. Or, you know, when colors go discontinued, that's a great time to put things in here. You could put little eyeshadows in here that were discontinued, or, you know, other seasonal type of items, nail polish. There's lots of things. So even though the sheet might say listen for a lip gloss, you could say, you know, I know you might not all like lip gloss, so pick whichever is your favorite. Okay? So I just, again, have this sitting out because I want that visual reminder. Also, the other thing you want to have as a visual reminder is bingo. Any upcoming events that we have. I always have flyers ready to go, and I just put them into their bags at the end. Okay, so anytime I have a reorder, even if it's not a party, I am constantly putting in little invitations into their bags. So anytime I have a reorder, even just for a mascara, I want to slip in there an invitation to the next event. Okay, and then something you might want to do to remember who did you give those to is you might want to write them on your date book so that you can follow up. It doesn't mean you always have to have a conversation right then, because then again you might be feeling like you're doing a lot of things. Oh, we talked about the referrals, and then now we're doing the marketing call. Oh, here's the bingo. They're like, I don't remember what we just put on my face. You know, so you could just put it in their bag. And sometimes I'll even do that with the marketing calls. If I find maybe it is going a little too long or whatever, I'll just put this in their bag. And I'll just text them later and say, thank you so much for coming. You know what, I forgot, I put a little, some instructions in the bag for you on how to win a free lip gloss. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, I've even texted, I have this saved as a picture on my phone, I just took a picture of it, and I will text this out to people after the party if I forget, or if I'm, you know, at a party and I just forgot to bring this, or whatever it is, because it happens. You know, so I would even think in your mind right now, in the last 30 to 60 days, who are women that you've been in front of, but you have never asked them to be on the call? So I want to give you literally 30 to 60 seconds right now, and I want you to make a list. I know you have people in your mind. Because you could just text them. Just text them and say, oh my gosh, I'm in a contest. You're always in one, we're always in one. I need your help. Because even after Pink Boot Camp, there are other prizes to win. Right? It doesn't just mean you get the $1 billion watch and then you're done. Okay? But it is, Mary Kay told us to pass it on. Right? Because you just never know. So think about those women. I've emailed this. I have done this on Facebook Private Messenger. I have texted it. You can certainly do it after the fact and say, oh my gosh, I forgot we had this awesome contest, Jennifer. Wouldn't you love to win a free lip gloss?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's really painless. It's super fun. Just call in and listen. No one asks your name. It's pre-recorded. And I use my voice like that, okay? Because, again, you want to make it sound fun. So if you think of somebody, jot them down. It's always these kinds of events where I'm always thinking of, like, the person I forgot to call or the person I want to book. You know, you're always thinking of those names. I think those are God whispers. You know, he's kind of using the training to kind of remind us of things. Any questions on this? Any questions? Okay, so get some kind of visual. Yeah, go ahead.
Just a quick little tip, if you do the satin hands and the night exfoliant, they cost you 50 cents a piece because you buy them in packs of 12.
Yes. And you can get them either peach or fragrance free on the hand cream, so yeah.
That's what I give out because they're the cheapest.
But it doesn't look like it's 50 cents because it's the same size, right? I mean, visually it looks, you know. So it's substantial, right? Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions on that?
Well, I don't know if it pertains to this, but
sure.
I have someone that I know would love our products, and I just can't seem to get her to book with me. At what point do you just give up on, you know, like I said, I know she would love our stuff, our makeup, our cleansing stuff.
I would give her what I call a facial in a bag.
Okay.
So what I would do is basically it's just samples of like the Miracle set or the Volume Firm set, depending on, you know, what you think she might like, or the Botanicals. And I would just send that to her, and we can even email this out. I have like little cards that I've done this where I just write up the order of application, the instructions, and stick it in a little baggie. And just ask her, if somebody at work or somebody you're going to see, just say, oh, Maria, you know what, I know we're like way too busy to get together. Could you just go home and try this tonight and tomorrow, because there's a night treatment and a day treatment. And I'm going to call you tomorrow night and ask you what you thought. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I would just give her a facial in a bag.
Okay.
You know, and especially I would just focus on the skincare. You know, it wouldn't have to be all the color, or, you know. But that's what I do a lot when you feel like you know they're going to love it, or even you just want their opinion. you know, and so I would just give them samples in the bag. And tell her, you know, I'd love to call you, you know, can I call you tomorrow night or the next night and just ask you what you thought?
Okay.
I need your opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions you can think of right now? Okay, so one more little thing I want to tell you is kind of some things that really resonated with me at seminar that are about parties and skincare parties. And there's a couple little formulas that I want you to write down. And again, to remember, this really is, it was so fascinating at seminar. Almost every single person who got on stage said those three things. How many of you caught that? I mean, it was probably planned because we need to hear the repetition. But it was so on purpose, right? Book the appointments, sell product, and share the opportunity. That is our job description. Again, whatever your day job is, you probably know what you're supposed to go there and do, right? So when we get stuck in Mary Kay, like, what am I supposed to do? Anybody feel like that sometimes? I know I do. I'm like, I don't know where to start. Always start with booking. If you're stuck, go get an appointment. That is number one, okay? And then selling and then offering the opportunity. So here are some formulas. So write down 3 + 3 + 3. I know some of us might have heard these and we kind of need to come back to them. I think these are some, really some core, basic Mary Kay principles that she taught 53 years ago. And I'm telling you, I'm personally putting them in my day book and really trying to get back to this. Again, what am I supposed to do? What's my job? Sure. So 3 + 3 + 3. 3 classes, plus 300 in sales, plus 3 interviews, or that would be like marketing calls, or people at a guest event, or a coffee appointment with your director, per week. This is basic Mary Kay math right here. So imagine what your day book would look like. Imagine what your bank account would look like. Imagine what star you would be if we got consistent at it. I'm talking to myself. I have a meal. I promise. 3 + 3 + 3. So 3 classes or appointments. Again, a class or a party is simply a hostess plus 2 people. When we say the word party, we just mean you plus 2. And I like to remind people of that all the time because we oftentimes, I know when we go to other direct selling companies' parties, they might expect you to have 8 to 10 to 15 people there. That's not what we're talking about. A party in Mary Kay is you plus 2. And I find so many women are relieved when you tell them that. Oh, that's what you mean? Yeah, that's why I try not to use the word party sometimes because, again, we think so big with that. So 3 classes, that would basically be 9 faces a week. Okay, so if you're going to run around and do a bunch of individual appointments, that means 9 faces a week. Okay? 300 in sales. And I would say that's low. Right? I mean, could you imagine? I think if you're seeing 9 faces a week, your sales are probably going to be closer to like 700. Probably not 300. Right? And then 3 interviews. So if you've got 9 faces, hopefully you're getting at least 1/3 of those people on the marketing call or to a guest event. Right? Most people, you're probably going to have higher averages, again, as you get in the habit. The next formula is 2 + 2 + 2. Okay, so 2 + 2 + 2. This is your formula for following up after you've had that appointment or that party. So you want to follow up with your people after 2 days. You want to follow up after 2 weeks. And then you want to follow up after 2 months. So especially with skincare people, especially. Or like the new mascara. I sold one of the Lash Intensity mascaras, and the gal was like, this is kind of an interesting one. She wasn't quite sure about it. And I'm like, I'm going to call you in a couple days and see if you're liking it. Because it's different, And so I wanted to make sure that I was following up with her because it was, something she was excited about, but it is kind of different. So I wanted to make sure I checked in with her. Again, this is what sets us apart from Target and Walmart and Macy's and everything. Because they're not calling in 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months. They really don't care. Okay? They're just hoping that someday when you drive past them again, you're going to pull them in the parking lot. Right? So 2 weeks, again, hopefully 2 weeks is really getting them to a guest event. That could be your follow-up, okay? Maybe they're gonna come to the next bingo, they're coming to the next pampering session, the next spa party, you know, whatever we have on the calendar. Again, it could be the marketing call, could be that follow-up. And then in 2 months, you're getting them enrolled in the preferred customer program. That really is your 2-month follow-up, is making sure that they're on the mailing to get the next catalog. Okay, I want to ask you to raise your hand, but I don't want to make you feel on the spot. But if you've ever sent anybody a catalog in PCP, raise your hand, at least one person. Okay, if your hand is not up, you are wasting money and time. Because Mary Kay sends out the catalogs for 70 cents, and they have samples in them. If you take the catalog to the post office to mail, it's like $1.70, and there are no samples in the catalogs that we can order from Mary Kay. So even sending out one catalog allows you to order the products early. So even if you sent out one catalog, you get to order all the new products for the season 6 days before everybody else. Which, when we had the Lash Intensity Mascara come out, that 6 days was really important. As we all know. So those 6 days could be a lot of sales. Sometimes we don't think about that, but seriously, if you sign up for the PCP even with one person, it allows you to order product early. And I would say if you think about your holiday card list, your wedding invitation list, you've got a lot of people in your life that you could send a catalog to, even if you've never seen them, or they live out of state or out of town or whatever. So think broad, especially coming up to the holiday season. I send out more catalogs than I do any other time of year. So again, think bigger about that. So that's kind of what that follow-up looks like. So something I have personally started doing to track this, because I know you think, how am I going to remember who to call in 2 days? Who am I going to remember to call in 2 weeks? Right? That's like, I literally just figured this out after 6.5 years. I mean, you know. So at seminar, I was in a class where the director was talking about really making phone calls, 7 phone calls a day. So I got this whole notebook, and I just made a cute cover, because if it's cute, it makes me want to use it. If it's not, then I don't look at it. School supplies are really great right now. There's cute stuff out there. So anyway, I just made this little thing, and per Kate's request, I put on here a little booking affirmation. So I would like to say it to myself, you know, get all geared up. So I just went through here, and I literally wrote every single date. Basically, so Saturday, August 13th, and then 1 through 7. The 14th, 1 through 7. 15th, 1 through 7. And I just literally filled up this whole notebook with the next, like, 60 to 90 days. So if I have an appointment today and I'm going to, you know, I meet Maria, I'm going to write her name down in 2 days. And then I'm going to flip 2 weeks and write Maria's name again. And then I'm going to flip to 2 months and write her name again. Because otherwise, I'm not going to remember who to call. I'm just not going to, right? Because don't we have, took me 6.5 years to figure that out. Lacey Nicholson, thank you. You know, we'll send her the video. When she said 7 calls a day, I'm like, how am I going to remember that? Well, track it. Because, you know, I've always, and I started with having paper from all different places. So, like, one notebook had a list of people, and then one notebook had a list of people. So I just cut it up, taped it on, so even I could remember and flip back. Okay, who did I call last week, last month? I don't know. I don't remember. Life is crazy, right? You don't remember. It just slips your brain. So, literally, and then I have my list of, again, those God whispers. Okay, who comes to mind? Write her name down. And then as I called them, I checked them off. And then whatever, like, the outcome of the conversation was, if I left a message, I'd put LM. If it's a text, I put TX. And then also maybe, like, the reason. So if it was, like, for product preview or bingo, marketing call, whatever it was. And then if I didn't get to her that day, I just write her name again on the next day. So it's okay to not get through everybody, but then I'm just tracking in my mind, okay, who are those people? So I just put their name on the next day, you know, if I wasn't able to get a hold of them. So, but by purposely writing out the dates on here, and this is like kind of my accountability, to say, okay, well, that day was blank, way to go, you didn't make anything, you know? Sometimes I need that, but that's kind of how I need that little, you know, slap in the face sometimes. Anybody need that? But I do. So then I just write down, or if I'm thinking about my 6 most importance list, it really is always about the people. And it could be a consultant's name. It could be my best friend. It doesn't always have to be Mary Kay. But it could be, you know, I really need to call Carolyn because I know she's having a tough time with her brand new baby. I'm gonna write her name down. Because again, it's all about that relationship. So it just reminds me visually, okay, who do I need to call? So that's how that formula helps me track, those numbers, okay? Questions? Yes, ma'am.
What do you do if you get like voicemails or they don't answer?
I leave them a voicemail first, and then I will send a quick text message right after, because I know we live in a world where we're not checking our voicemails, and you all as businesswomen better be checking your voicemail. If you don't tell me, just lie. Seriously. I met another Mary Kay director who's like, yeah, I just never check my voicemail. I'm like, well, I don't know how long you're gonna have a business, but anyway. I'm a pastor's daughter. Sometimes I get a little preaching. What was the question?
If they don't answer, you.
So I leave a message, and then I send a quick text, and I'll say, oh my gosh, Monica, I just left you a really cute message. Let me know what you think. So then she's alerted, oh, she left a message, maybe I should listen to it. I don't repeat what was in the voicemail. I just tell them, I left you a cute message, go listen to it, tell me what you think. Because again, you don't want to redo your work. I mean, that takes a lot of time. I might even text them the first time, like on a Monday, and then on Tuesday I call them. Hey, I haven't heard back from you, Monica. Just let me know what you thought about my text. It could work 2 ways. I do really think we need to get back to actual phone calls. I know personally when I've tracked my business and I've made actual phone calls versus text messages, my business has always been better. I just know that that's my own personal anecdote. But. Okay, any other questions about that? Any questions about any of the little pieces that the different directors talked about today? Or any little hang-ups or hiccups or obstacles or anything you're encountering that you're curious how to work through? Okay, fabulous. Well,
we're early, so I think they should work on their affirmation, their booking affirmation.
Yeah.
And write it down. We'll put it back up on there, maybe.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you can write it down.
I'll get out of the way.
Because we have to give the other group 4 more minutes.
Oh.
It's starting at 0 again.
Candace Thornton!
I think it'll be okay. I think it'll just take 2 seconds.
She's gonna be so excited because she got left off of Pink Boot Camp today! Debbie! Hey, Deb! Okay, the winner. Welcome, music. So awesome. We played that in band in our high school because that's when Star Wars came out. Okay, really date myself. That's a song that they asked me to just make it. They're like, Deborah, you can just make it. You don't really have to play your French horn because you suck. Okay. You can't be great at everything. Oh. You in a car, you in a car, you in a car, you in a car. Oh!
Kimmy needs it.
Oh, no, she doesn't need that. She's already done. It's done, right, Kimmy? It's done. Okay. All right. Better read my notes. Okay. Have you been amazed and mesmerized so far?
Yes.
Training good?
Yes.
Okay, I like to look at all the new consultants at this point because this is the way they look. Okay, here's the deal. Our mission, our goal, our objective is to overwhelm you. So if you're overwhelmed and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of information, we have done our job. Because here's the deal, you guys. We don't have the luxury. Well, you have way too many goodies. We don't have the luxury of meeting you at the office every day. We don't have the luxury of scheduling meetings and task force and conference calls and all that. We don't have the luxury of that day-to-day communication that most of you have at a full-time
job. And so we have to really shove in a lot of information. We only get you 2 to 3 hours a month. That's it. If you work a full-time job, they're getting you 20 days, probably more. But we're getting you 2 to 3 hours a month. So what I want you to do is be overwhelmed and separate and divide. Make sure that you take the information, maybe take a little segment today, a little segment tomorrow, a little segment on Monday. Separate and divide. Don't feel like you have to eat the elephant all at the same time. Just keep one bite at a time. The most important thing is keep moving one foot in front of the other. All right? How do I look in the lights? Okay. I like that. Am I supposed to be going over this?
That's what you emailed me.
This is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, Julie, I owe you like dinner. Thank you. Wow, I better keep on task then. Okay, no. Okay, so here's what I'm talking a little bit to, as your recap, as your close, we're going to talk just a little bit about recapping your information. My vision, did you see our poster over there? Building our national area? All right, now do what Colleen did this morning. If you want to be committed to this, this is not on my notes. Okay, so squirrel. So if you want to be down here on this committed line with all these other superstars, what Colleen did was she was so cute. I said, let me take a picture by that chart. You know what she did right at the last second? She went like this. I didn't tell her to do that. Okay, so Colleen, your face is going to be on the, trust me, when I do this the next time, your little face will be right there. So if you want this on your goal poster, if this is something you want to be committed, and that doesn't mean you're committed today or tomorrow, it's just that you see yourself helping somewhere in this national area moving up in this business. So if you want to put your face on that little committed line, just the committed line, make sure you take your picture today and then let me know that you've taken your picture so that I know that you're committed. Because I know you're committed. I love it. Okay. So now, breaking your goals down, it's so important, y'all, that we break them down monthly, weekly, days, just like you do your full-time job. What will it take starting to get there? Like, if you want, let's just say you want 20 new customers. Well, what does that look like? What is it? It's really easy to say I want 20 customers, but you got to break it down. So to have 20 customers, what does that mean? That really means if you're only doing double facials, which means 1 or 2 at a party. If you're doing single facials, it's going to take you forever. If you do that, that's really like 4 or 5 solid parties. Okay, because we're talking about parties, right? So break it down to what your goals are. Then you have to break it down to, okay, what does that mean in a month, what I can do with my schedule, wrapped around all your other priorities, wrapped around your full-time job, wrapped around your family, your church responsibilities, all of that, then net it down to, break it down into, what does that look like? What do you have to do in a month? What do you have to do in a week? And then daily, because what you do in your daily routine is what's going to get you moving forward in this business. It's what you do every day, because what happens with being an independent contractor, there's nobody telling you what to do or when or how fast or how slow. You're the one. I mean, who in here has had a call from their director that you're a awful, scummy consultant because you haven't had a party in the last 6 months? Who's gotten that phone call? Nobody. Because we're not allowed to, because you're independent contractors. You can go as quickly. So you have to be, the only thing that you have to come to in this arena is you got to have self-discipline. And if you don't, you got to get it. And you got to learn it, because if you don't, you got to go work for somebody else for the rest of your life. All right. What do you need? So what will it take starting today to get there? Do you need a coaching call with your director? Write this down. If you want a little coaching call, if you want a little 10 or 15 minute coaching call live with your director, write that down. Your director will take time for you. Write it down. What are you tracking? What you do in your daily routine will get you there. But what are you tracking? What's on the front part of your brain? Are you only trying to get bookings? Are you trying to get people on the marketing call? Are you trying to get people to the bingo? Do you want a red jacket? Who in here wants a red jacket? Okay, so you all have guests coming to bingo on the 18th, right? You all have guests coming to bingo?
She's working on getting babysitters, so yes.
Okay, because here's the deal. That's the difference between want and do. Want, I want, but what are you doing to make it happen? If you don't get them in front of your director, if you don't get them in front of the larger picture, it takes we talked about this in the other room, it takes 2 to 4 layers for women to want to say yes or no. Even to say no thank you, it takes 2 to 4 layers. So get the layering, figure that out. And if you need a little direction, ask your director. She'd be very happy to help you do that. All right, so. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. No, I'm not. All right, so. Y'all noticed our banner back here, right? Party on the Move. Is that like the most creative, fun thing you've ever seen in your life? Say yes.
Yes.
Because I did it. I love it, you guys. You guys play the game. All right, what we're going to do, have you all talked about parties, right? This is all about parties. So this is what have y'all heard about the dreaded commitment cards? That's why Ramika Green is a director today, because she had to fill out a dreaded commitment card. And if we don't have the dreaded commitment cards, Ramika's like, where's the dreaded commitment cards? Because when she wrote it down, this is what I'm going to do by then. Well, she's a woman of her word. She did it. She didn't just write it down. So what you're going to do with this poster back here, it's going to be a work in progress. You all, at the end, you are going to take a black magic marker, and we're all going to commit to how many parties, and what's a party? How many is a party? 3 or more. 3 to 6. 3 to 6 is a party. Now Linda Wagner does a party with 35 people. That's crazy, but okay, I wouldn't advise that, new consultants. You don't have to do that. You can have 3 at your party. So a party. So how many parties are you committing to between August 1st, so if we've already had a party, if you're already working your business, woo, you're ahead of the game. So how many parties from August 1st to October 31st are you willing to commit to? Now think about it. August, September, October. Think about it. If you do 3 parties a month, that's 9 parties. If you do 4 parties a month, that's 12. If you do 1 party a month, I don't know what that's called. It's probably not a Mary Kay consultant. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. What? Hobby, yes, hobby, play and makeup. But let's just say, if your goal is 5 parties because your daughter's getting married, or your father is sick, or, we get that. Life happens, you guys. We get that. But claim it, own it, because I want it. I want a party commitment written like Nicole. 200 parties. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay, so now, we're going to do that at the end. We're going to grab a magic marker and do that at the end. All right, so now.
I'm sorry. Could I just say one thing that kind of goes with what
Yeah.
saying? Because you asked me earlier, like, what was my biggest thing from seminar, my biggest takeaway.
Oh yeah,
me a while
asked you that, yeah, but we sleep together, so that's
I have slept with so many women in this room.
I know, isn't it awesome? We all sleep our way to the top.
It's not just set a goal, because somebody, I don't know who said it, or maybe it was just my takeaway. You have to set a goal and figure out a way to get there. Not get there and say, oh, how did I do that? You know what I mean? Like, it shifted the way I thought. Like, okay, I want 20 parties.
How are you going to get it? How is that going to happen?
Not just wanting it, but you have to be super specific to yourself about how to get to that goal. Because otherwise you're going to go, 20 parties? What was I thinking?
Right.
You know what I mean? But if I say to myself, well, that's 4 phone calls a day, well, that's a lot easier.
Breaking it down, what do you have to do per month? What do you have to do per week? What do you have to do by day? It's like, let's just say you plan your vacation of a lifetime, your vacation dream. Are you just going to go, okay, well, I guess I'll just go to the airport, buy a couple tickets to wherever, and, I'll go whenever. I don't know when I'm going to go, but, would you ever plan the vacation of your dreams and not plan out every single tour and, you know, hotel and your rental car and, you know, the casino and, you know, where you're gonna lose your money and make your money and all that. Once you map it out, especially if you have children, you map that out day, minute to minute, second to second. So why aren't we doing the same? Why don't we have that same thought process with our businesses? All right, Square Challenge continues. Okay, everybody in here has kind of grasped that. So your minimum goal to come back in September is what? 10 squares. 10 squares, because that activity is all over the place. So continue those square challenges right in front of you. Ross Retreat. Okay, we're gonna get really real quick right now, you guys. Here's the deal. I know what I know because I'm on the steering committee. I am the steering committee. Me and Pam Ross. Because Pam Ross, it's so funny. She shifts from seminar, calling me every day. What do you think about this? Should we do this? How's this? With the, you know, because she has to have somebody to bounce all her awesome ideas up from. I don't give her advice. I nod my head a lot. Because she is the event national. So now it's Ross Retreat, right? Okay, you guys. She just adopted Renee Hackelman's national area. One of her nationals is retiring January 1. Well, she's not going to throw them just into her national area January 1. She wants to ease all these people in because she's Pam Ross, because that's the way she. So all these people will get to come to Ross Retreat that weren't there last year. We only have 125 slots. When we have 125, that's why we can't invite men. Everybody always says, well, can I invite my husband? No! It is not for the men, and no! He can't stay in your hotel room unless you have a baby, and it's nursing, and he has to pump, and... Because we have had that happening! We have had that happen, trust me! So, but no, that's why we can't have the men come. There ain't room for them. It's gonna sell out, ladies, so Ross Retreat. Who's already registered? Who's committed to registering? You just haven't wrote your check out yet. Okay, get your checkbooks out. Give that to your director today, because I'm so afraid that we need 40 slots for the Bailey future area. 40 to 45. Okay, ladies, that's more than the third. So Renee Hackelman, we're talking about Erin Lynch, Amy Duncan. We're talking about some superstars, you guys, that bring a lot of people, and they're local. They're all in Kansas City. They're gonna be out on the corner selling Ross Retreat. You know, okay, so you guys get your checks made out today. Even if you have to post date it. Let's just say today is what, the 13th? Let's just say you have to post date it till the next pay period. That's okay. Do that. Your director won't mind. Or let's just say you have to post date it for September 1st, September 2nd. I don't care. If you're in my unit, I don't care when you post date that check. Get your checks made out today and get them to your directors. Okay, when we have 30 registrations for Ross Future National Area, when we have 30 registrations by August 31st, guess what we're going to do? We're going to give away one free. A Coach Purse! You want a car, you want a car, you want a car. Okay, Coach Purse, get this. When we have 40, because that's our goal. When we have 40, we're going to give away 2 registrations. Ooh, we've never done that before. Okay, so get your checks made out. Come on, Ross Retreat. It's cheap. It's dirty. It's down. It's you know, 24 hours of non-packed overwhelmness. You know, and a lot of people, a lot of consultants. Now, if you have to work on Friday, get yourself a cheap Southwest. You know what? Southwest is so cheap right now. You guys could probably fly to Kansas City. I don't know, for $150. If you have to fly Friday afternoon, late, you could catch a 3 o'clock flight on Friday, be there on time. Now, most of us will caravan leaving Friday morning, and we'll caravan. I would love all the brand new Mary Kay cards, because I have to go in, me and Lisa are on national detail, so we go in on, when do we go in on?
I don't know, but I'm never driving. Could we be clear?
Yeah, I think, probably Wednesday. Yeah, I think we go in on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever. And so the pink Cadillacs can't be in the caravan, but all these brand new red cars and white cars, and I mean, it was so cool. So let's have a caravan going down. And video people, get your registrations to your director, Andrea. Okay, so that was pretty tough. Tracking sheets. Who's tracking the Ross Retreat categories? Now everybody can go. Everybody can go. Oh, and did we say the pricing for that? What's the pricing for Ross Retreat?
$115.
$130 for 2.
Oh, do 3. It's one night. Do one. And so it's $115 for three, $115 for 3 people in a room. That includes your Friday night dinner, and we do an awesome dinner, and a unbelievable hot breakfast Saturday morning. Unbelievable spread. Everything you can think of to eat. So it's not like you're gonna get a croissant and a yogurt. You're gonna get bacon and sausage and omelets. You're gonna get the whole nine. And eggs, and it's cool. Okay, so it's cheap, it's fast. You can be in your car at 1 o'clock unless you're a Red Jacket, and you're in the Red Jacket workshop until 3. But you can still leave Kansas City at 3 o'clock and be home Saturday night for the kids hanging on you again, or the husband, whatever you prefer. Okay. So we're talking 24 hours that could change your life forever. This is Lisa Blackmore's favorite event. I'll never forget Michelle Erickson, my first recruit, my only good friend that I made recruit with me. I didn't realize this, but she had had a miscarriage, and she was telling us she couldn't go, she couldn't go, she couldn't go. This was like years ago. This was like probably 22 years ago. And I couldn't understand why because she's built just like Lisa Blackmore. She's fun, her hair looks like Kate, she's like, she's flamboyant. She kept pulling back. She said, no, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna go. Well, she went, and to this day, when she stands up and talks about the different events, she says she will tell you, Ross Retreat saved her life. She was contemplating checking out, and it saved her life at a very personal level. So, you guys, if you need your cup filled, if you need, it is beyond, we can't really share with you how awesome it is, right? Anybody who's gone? Mm-hmm. Anybody who's gone? Oh my gosh, it's intimate. It's not 10,000 like at seminar. It's 125 of us. And we are a force to be reckoned with. All right. So track those, the star. Who's getting their star done this month? Who's getting their star done?
Cool.
Okay, you guys, because early star is August 31st, right? And we're going line dancing.
Line
dancing! Line dancing! Okay, who's already a star?
I need someone to babysit.
Who's already a star? Okay, now for this quarter. All right, now who's on target to be a star? Who's on target? You guys are. You don't know that. You can raise your hand. And Slotty, I think you are. Okay, who's on target? Okay. You're on target. I think you're on target, Jennifer. I think you are.
No.
You're good? Okay, you're good. Okay. Now, because finishing your star by August 31st gets you into the early star event, line dancing, and we're going to be eating and talking and just having fun. So if you're not a dancer, that's okay. I'll be on the dance floor. And I can teach you how to two-step. Okay.
And
so,
food and beverage will be there.
Food and beverage. We're going to feed you. And sodas. Wild buffalo, buck.
Loaded buffalo.
Loaded buffalo. We're going to the loaded buffalo. And actually, it's a dance.
Wonderland.
We're going to Wonderland. That's a dance saloon that Cliff and I went to every Thursday night the first 10 years we were married. Wow. That was our date night. Every Thursday night, because that's when that was two-step at night. We didn't do no line dancing. People from Texas don't do line dance. But I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn with you. What are we doing?
Throw her pen at me.
Okay. Because you said, I want to go line dancing? Okay, I love it. Okay. So for the Ross Retreat Star, now you have until August 31st to complete your early star because we honor early stars. But all stars have until September 15th to finish the whole goal. Okay? So the first deadline is August 31st. The end deadline, the lady singing on the 15th, that's September 15th. All right, be tracking your faces, your team members, and who's going to be the queen? I heard somebody say the sweep. I heard Wanda going, I'm sweeping that retreat. Oh. Did you see that look? Quiet by choice. Woo!
That's a competition I'd like to see.
Yes.
It's about the shoes, right?
It is about the shoes.
The winner should get some shoes.
Yeah.
Totally. If you win, I'll buy you shoes. If I win, you buy me shoes. Got it. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Kimmy's taking you down.
Okay. All right. I want to go shopping on that. I want to be there on that one. Okay, I love it. The healthy competition. Healthy competition raises us all to do the best that we can do. Quiet by choice. You got a wild side on you.
Let me just say, even her best friend doesn't buy her shoes.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Micah doesn't even buy her shoes. That's awesome. Okay, early star, we talked about that. Now, okay, if you're finishing your early star, or you're really like, you don't even know what that means, but you really like to finish your early star by August 31st, please stand because we have to count you to know what we're dealing with when we book the date. So go ahead and stand up. If you're
Stand up if you're gonna be there.
I'll help you.
If you're-
I need a babysitter.
If you're finishing, like you're already
You can't send me alone.
or you're finishing your
I get
early
in
star
trouble.
early. You're finishing your star early. Okay, Lisa,
I got
how many
it.
you got it?
I do.
Okay,
We can finish this.
okay, all right. Now here's the deal. If you're far away and you need help, call your director, text your director. She will get in the boat with you and sail down the river, over the ledge, and through the woods to.
Yes, because I need
Yes.
adult supervision.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just saying.
So really, if you need help to cross the line, engage your director, because she will get in the boat with you and we'll just get it done. All right. So early start, okay, July events. What's coming up, you guys? What's the next event? Bingo. Who's got guests coming? Okay, who's gonna go make phone calls today to get guests there? Okay, well, okay. You guys are good sports. Okay, and when is MKA? When's the next session of MKA?
September 10th.
September 10th. Is that in everybody's date book? Write it down. And who's coming back? Who's coming back? Okay, wait a minute. Who's gonna be here September 10th? Stand up. Who's gonna be here September 10th? Now, if you're gonna be out of the country, or your daughter's getting married, or you're getting married, okay. All right. I have a photographic memory. I'm lying. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody sit down. Okay. Now here's the deal. You don't want to miss the energy. You don't want to miss the training. These are the top directors of the area. You guys, we do this for you. Okay, I'm going to throw this out there. It's not on my notes, Julie. Oh, wow. Wow. You guys, it's all up there.
That's how we knew.
Impressed. Julie, you're surprising. I'm going to throw this out here because this is the start of a new session. And what happens is, we wake up one Saturday morning and we're tired, or, we had a bad week, or we were mad at the husband the night before, or, whatever we've got going on that we talk ourselves out of that we really don't need to be here the next time. Ladies, here's the deal. Your directors are not doing this for them. We've already had our training. We know what we're gonna do. This is for you. This is for you. We do this for you. We don't need to be coming here and I had to get up at 5:30 this morning.
I know.
5:30 my alarm went off. I went, oh my God, who's dead? Who's dead? So, trust me, make this a priority. Take advantage of this. There's no one in the Chicagoland metropolitan area. There's 358 directors. I know because I'm on the steering committee with the 8 other steering committee directors of the Chicagoland area. There's 358 units, 358 directors. No one is doing this except us. So be proud, be blessed, and take advantage of the opportunities. Because who's the one that said they feel so blessed to be a part of this? Rhonda. Rhonda knows because she was in another direct sales company for 2 years and she got none of this. If they would have given her what we have given her, she would have been running the company of that other direct sales company by now. So take advantage of this, because ladies, your directors, you might think that we pay attention to who's placing orders. Well, of course we do, because that's the only thing we can track, because it's the only thing that we have reports on. But it's not that, ladies. You know what we really do? Do I need to do something? Are you sure?
I just want, when you're all done, I got one thing to say about that, so.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Ignore me.
absolutely. Oh, that's hard to do because they're a little sparkly. Where was I? I thought maybe I messed up.
We're blessed.
We're blessed. We're blessed.
It's not about order tracking.
It's gone.
We don't just track orders.
We don't just track orders. Directors, we pay attention to who shows up. I tell you what, if Slotty texted me this afternoon and said, Deborah, I need 10 minutes of your time. I don't work on Sundays, but if her schedule with her children and her work and everything else, she could only give me 10 minutes. Like she could only do 10 minutes on Sunday. She's here. I'm going to talk to her tomorrow for 10 minutes. I'm going to do it. That's what we pay attention to, is who's here, who's showing up. Because you know what we know? Is you don't have to. You're a volunteer army. So we know when you walk through the door that means something to us. That's what your directors pay attention to. So keep showing up, ladies, because it's a ping pong love affair. Okay? All right. Now, what we're gonna do on your Mary Kay slips, what I want you to do is everybody get out this piece of paper. Is that what you were gonna say? Yes. Okay, pull this out right now. Thank you. This is your viewfinder. Again, designed by your best directors. Okay, so pull this out, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill this in right now. Get out your pens. Isn't that awesome? You have a binder to write on, and you're gonna put your name, your consultant, your director, your date. And here's the big one. How many parties are you committing to between now, August 1st, retro, Kimmy could put 4 in there. From August 1st to October 31st, how many parties are you committing to? And if it's 7, that's okay, ladies, but you know what? Do the work to make the 7 happen, like Colleen said. Don't just, I'm gonna do 7, and at the end go, I'm so disappointed, I'm so sad, I only did 1. Well, why? Because you didn't do the work. Because you didn't plan it, okay? So how many parties? Take this and slip this in the front of your binder. In your viewfinder of your binder, because this is how we're gonna track when you come back with your binders. They're all gonna look the same. So if you put your binder in your chair, you're gonna know because it's got your name on it. But we want you looking at this every time you pull your binder out. I want you to go, oh yeah, I committed to 13 parties. Oh yeah, I committed to 20 parties. Oh yeah, we want you looking at this every single day if possible. Okay, so put this in the front part of your binder in your, okay? In your bra. Put this in your bra. Go sleep with it. Because I know we're all taking naps this afternoon after we make our 200 phone calls, right? Okay, so put that in your slip. Then what you're going to do, now, directors, can you help me with this next little thing? Oh, wait a minute, before we do that, we forgot something. Oh, Aslan, there's your perfect start thing. Okay, just a second. Sorry guys. Michelle, come on up here, darling. Michelle Rinchler. Because here's the deal. Michelle Rinchler, because y'all, we've had, how many directors have we debuted out of this program? MKA, MKU and MKA?
A lot.
Like 12 or 13?
All of us.
12. Okay, so here's the deal. Michelle debuted June 1st. So she wasn't really, we never really had a debut for her. We never really gave her roses, that we normally do from the directors. And so I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry because you're moving so quickly and your team is moving so quickly and you've got team members moving so quickly that you kind of got lost between the cracks. And I hate that happened, but so we're gonna make this right. This is my first bouquet that Pam gave to me ever when I was a #1 director. The first time that I beat Renee Hackelman. And so that was a good year. So because she was a top director. So we want you to have these. I want you to put these on. Yes, I want you to have those because you have such big things coming, and I give her a hug and just say congratulations, and just pretend that you're getting a rose from each one of them. Because this is what we do for our brand new directors, and just give her a hug. Because we kind of, she just went like that so quickly, it's like, oh my gosh, well, she's been a director for 6 years. No, she hasn't, she's been a director for 2 months. So.
You did it in July, that's a crisis.
Thank you. All right, and if Michelle's, you stay right here, Michelle's unit, if Michelle's unit can stand up, anybody who's in Michelle's unit, look at why there's so much confusion with boot camp, and you guys, you just got to give us a little bit of grace because that's just the way it is.
And you're making me look okay now, so this is
you are. So brand new director, Michelle Rinchler. And I love it that you banged my head. All right, so now directors, now you can help me, directors. All right, what we're going to talk about right now is, if you guys look on their viewfinder, And if they have committed, if they've committed to how many parties, I don't care if it's just one, you get a pin. You get a pin because on the pin is our logo. Party. And it says you're going to be a director now. No? Sorry, make sure you have your commitment out. How many parties?
August is
What do you got?
it's over.
And did you read on there?
You've got commitments, the dreaded commitment card. There you go, there you go. One more.
Pretty good?
Much better than me talking it to her.
All right. Now, before you sign your banner, go ahead and pass, take one, pass it down. Take one, pass it down. Fill this out and hand this out again before you leave, and sign the banner before you leave. And the last little thing that we do need to, just the last little bit of business is, how many of y'all did your July embrace in your bracelet? We're calling them bracelets because bracelets, you know, for your July wholesale order. How many of y'all did it in July? I noticed Katie had hers on. That's awesome. Okay, now y'all know what that is, right? Because we're going to do it again in August. And did you see how beautiful the one for August is? The rose gold with the rhinestones? Oh my gosh, what does it say on it?
Mine's on its way.
Well, what does it say, the signature on it? What's it say?
Live by the golden rule.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so who's going for that this month? Because they're collectibles, you guys. They're collectibles. You want to get all 12 because getting those bracelets and getting on track with those bracelets is putting you on target for the top consultant stroke. Okay. All right. So now fill those little postcards in. Hand those in, and you can just leave them right here. Okay. Or you can leave them back on the price table. Your director. We're going to get those to your directors. Okay. Then what we're going to do is. You're going to take a black magic marker. You're going to go back and sign. Can you kind of pass those? Take a couple. Take a couple. Take a couple of these. Take those back. Pass those down. Okay, and so I want you to sign the banner. And then we're done. Are you so excited?